Hello and welcome to Spectrum News at 4. Zelensky congratulates Tinubu, invites him to visit Ukraine. Blinding flash over Kyiv, probably meteorite. We'll bring you details of the stories and more in a moment. Our first report this afternoon is from President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, who has congratulated Niger's president boast in a statement made available to newsmen by the office of the president-elect and signed by Tunde Raman Zelensky. In a congratulatory letter he personally signed, expressed delight at the peaceful conduct of Niger's general elections and particularly Zelensky used the opportunity of the goodwill message to extend his invitation to the president-elect to visit Ukraine on a state visit as soon as he settles down in office after the inauguration on May 29, 2023. In Sudan, as the country crisis continues to deepen, this move was occasioned by a request met by Nigerian students pleading that they should be evacuated from the currently troubled Sudan. In response to the request met by the Nigerian students, the FG, through the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NITCOM, says meetings are ordered. The Commission's chairman and CEO, Abike Erewa, says the Commission has received a letter of solicitation by Sudan chapter of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NAN, for a possible evacuation of students, especially those in Khartoum, the Sudanese capital. She assured that the National Emergency Management Agency, Sudan, is witnessing hostilities between two generals who seized power in a 2021 coup, Army Chief Abdel al-Burhan and his. Meanwhile, the federal government has approved the second phase of the Electronic Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund (NSITF) for unemployment. Chris Ngige disclosed this to newsmen at the Federal Executive Council meeting, which was presided over by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo at the council chambers of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Ngige also revealed that the council approved the amendment of outdated labor laws to meet globally accepted standards prescribed by employing organizations. In the meantime, the Federation Account Allocation Committee (FAA) seasoned a decrease of 8.05 billion naira compared to the 722.68 billion naira shared in February 2023. FAAC disclosed this in a communique issued at the end of its latest meeting in Abuja. According to the communique, the total amount includes gross statutory revenue billion naira. The state received 232.13 billion naira, and the local government councils got 171.26 billion naira, while the oil-producing state received 35.1 billion naira as derivation. 13% of mineral and e-customs modernization project worth at least 142.24 billion naira amid report of an existing court order restraining it from proceeding with the project. Just to newsmen shortly after the Federal Executive Council meeting, presided over by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo at the council chambers of the Presidential Villa, Abuja. According to him, the concessionaire UFC as the lead financier and Huawei Technology as the lead technical service provider. Agua said the concessionaire had furnished the government with $9 million security from the satisfactory performance of the project plus a debt facility timesheet in the sum of $300 million to finance the first phase of the project. He also revealed that the concessionaire will take 45% of all that acquires to the Comprehensive Input Service Scheme, while 55% goes to the federal government. On census, the federal government has urged persons with disabilities contained in a statement in Abuja by the media aide to the Executive Secretary, National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, James Lalu. Banefo Michael Lalu gave the charge while speaking at a town hall meeting with stakeholders organized by the National Population Commission (NPC) to sensitize the public in the 2023 census. He appealed to PWDs to come out en masse to be counted during the exercise. According to him, the participation of persons with disability in the forthcoming population census will give them a sense of belonging. Meanwhile, the National Population Commission (NPC) has said coming 2023 housing and population counting. The NPC Federal Commissioner representing Ondo State, Diran Iyantan, said this in Akure at a one-day capacity building workshop for the 2023 Population and Housing Census Publicity Committee. Iyantan, who assured Nigerians that the Publicity Committee members fought to enhance their capacity to deliver on their mandate. He noted that the committee was one of the most important committees to drive the exercise due to country needs to accelerate industrialization to lift Nigerians out of energy poverty. Shimbaja said this at the just concluded Nigerian International Energy Summit in Abuja. He noted that the place of partnership between the government and gas sector to form alliances with the government to deliver gas and other cleaner energy sources to the world. According to him, Nigeria and Africa are crucial to delivering sustainable energy of the future. From the legislature of aviation, Hadi Sirika to halt the planned demolition of the offices of aviation agencies in Lagos. The directive was given following a two-day warning strike by aviation workers' unions that disrupted flight operations across Nigeria on Monday and Tuesday. The committees expressed concerns about the frequency of industrial actions and disruptions to flight. Minister to provide all documents relating to the workers' grievances, including the non-implementation of the minimum wage adjustment agreed in February 2022 and the non-release of reviewed conditions of service by relevant government agencies for a decade. The joint committees further stated that the threat of demolition without alternative provisions for regional offices of aviation agencies suitable. Still on legislative matters, members-elect of the House of Representatives are launching another alliance soon, ahead of the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly in June. According to report, the group of members-elect who were drawn from across party lines would be known as the 10th Assembly Pathfinders. The Pathfinders group would be the third coalition or alliance by members-elect of the 10th House. On security, the Commandant, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Gombe State Command, Achera Abraham, has announced the deployment of 780 personnel for robust security arrangement and crime prevention. Abraham disclosed that those deployed would maintain safety before, during and after this year's Eid al-Fitr celebration in Gombe. The commandant announcement was contained in a press statement signed by the Public Relations Officer of the Command, DSC Buhari Syed. According to him, personnel will be deployed on major roads, patrol teams and surveillance squads to cover critical national assets, worship centers, recreation centers, marketplaces, motor parks, and propagate peace, demonstrate love, forgiveness, and tolerance irrespective of religious affiliation. Back here, Akwa Ibom State Governor Domimano says the decision of his administration to embark on the Domimano stated this while inaugurating the 3.5 kilometers Afariman Leprosy Hospital Road with a 0.7 outfall drain in a Tinan local government area. The governor said the community roads would help to engender rural development, open up the rural economies, and curb rural-urban migration. Governor Emmanuel assured the people of the state that more rural road projects and other projects would be inaugurated across all senatorial districts of the state before the end of it would be renamed in line with the health development plans of the state government. Now to Africa, where Kenya's President William Ruto has said he is deeply alarmed by what he called a misunderstanding over the timing of the integration of Sudan's paramilitary force into the main army could have degenerated into such violent conflict. Reports say after 5 days of bitter battles between the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces, more than 270 people have been killed. Ruto urged both sides to immediately cease fire to allow unrestricted LNA, a group of armed forces reportedly loyal to Khalifa Haftar, has denied providing support to a rival party in Sudan amid the deadly fighting. Reports say Haftar heads Libya's parallel government in control in the east of the country, but it is not recognized by the international community. The Libyan National Army spokesman Ahmed Mesmari said in a statement that the General Command categorically rejected reports of providing support to one party against the other. He said the army was already ready to play a mediating role between the rival parties and killed at least 270 people. On a foreign scene, a mysterious flash that lit up the skies over the telegram that the mysterious flash could be a NASA satellite falling to Earth, but the U.S. Space Agency said it was still in orbit. The Ukrainian Air Force spokesman Yuri Inat, while suggesting that the flash might have been a meteorite, said it's confident that it had not been caused by a Russian air attack. Inat added that the flash had also been seen over neighboring Belarus to the north, and Ukraine's space agency said it was probably related to a cosmic body entering the dense layers of the atmosphere. A distribution of charity for Ramadan. Sana'a official Al Jar said hundreds of people crowded into the school to receive donations amounting to about $9 per person. Meanwhile, the country's interior minister said 2 local businessmen who allegedly arranged the event had been arrested and an investigation was ongoing. Still to come in the news. U.S., Mexico to jointly bid for 2027 Women's World Cup. To the effect of the monetary policy. A statement signed by the Customs Area Controller in charge of the command, Timi Bomadi, said that the command collected a total of 10 million naira from imported goods. He said that the amount represented 77% of 10 billion naira, stressing that the amount represents 76.87% of its expected revenue for the quarter. He said that the command had an anticipated revenue target of 55 billion naira for the year 2023. According to him, all export procedures have since commenced in the command with an anticipated uptick in export volume. Bomadi said that the command had an installed capacity to handle about 6,020 food equivalent units, but was currently functioning less than 10% of its capacity. Still in business, import ban and others factors have reportedly caused the price of one has happened despite a multi-billion naira funding support of the Central Bank of Nigeria for the nation's rice value chain aimed at boosting production. Data from the Selected Food Prices Watch report of the National Bureau of Statistics showed that the average price of 1 kilogram of local rice rose from 172.74 naira as at February 2016 to 5 items from accessing foreign exchange at the official window in order to encourage local production. The federal government also banned rice imports across land borders and kept 70% tariffs on imports coming through ports. Commenting on the increase in local production, the Director General of the Rice Processors said this dropped to 438 in 2022. In health, the Federal Ministry of Health says the country is causing overweight and obesity. Director and Head Nutrition of the Ministry, Dr. Binyerem Okare, met this known at the 17th ECOWAS Nutrition Forum in Abuja. According to reports, the 2021 Global Nutrition Report revealed that diets are not getting healthier and have been associated with unacceptable high levels of malnutrition affecting every country in the world. Optimized use of resources for impact and solidarity between government and partners to mobilize additional resources for nutrition will ensure the attainment of global targets for nutrition in the ECOWAS region. Speaking at the forum, Dr. Ukere said that the federal government's strategic response to address Nigeria's nutrition challenges include the creation of an enabling policy environment for the national food and nutrition policy. And still in health, radiation need to rise unless proactive measures are taken to break the pervading cycle of ignorance. The professor of Radiology, College of Medicine, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Enugu State, gave the warning in an interview with a newsman in Lagos. According to her, 10 Nigerians die every hour from cancer, and 80,000 cancer deaths occur in the country per year. Okoye said data from the World Health Organization shows that Nigeria has 233,899 cancer deaths recorded yearly. She explained that in Africa, 5% of childhood cancers were cured, compared to a cure rate of 80% in the developed world. The professor said that this had resulted in an estimated 100,000 children dying from cancer in developing countries, preventable causes. In sports, football federations from the United States and Mexico have said they 1 month before a May 19 deadline set by FIFA for hopeful host nations to formally submit bids. The United States has hosted the Women's World Cup twice before, in 1999 and 2003, while Mexico has never held the tournament. The tournament would still in sports. Manchester City set up a Champions League semi-final clash with holders Real Madrid as early called to go through after losing the first leg 3-0, and they squandered plenty of opportunities to get back into the game. Haaland met them pay as he lashed home a shot into the top corner to cap off a swift counter attack 15 seconds after Ederson had saved Kingsley Coman's shot at the other hand. Joshua Kimmich scored an 83rd minute penalty for Bayern after a harsh handball decision against Mano Akanji, but the German champions were never going to find 3 more goals in the last 7 minutes. On our entertainment news, former American recording artist Robert Sylvester Kelly, professionally known as R. Kelly, has filed an appeal against his conviction of and 3 counts of enticement of the minor to engage in criminal sexual activities. In a federal trial in 2022, was also found guilty of sexual molestation of a minor and sentenced to additional 20 years imprisonment in February 2023 by the U.S. District Judge Harry D. R. Kelly is asking the appeal court to reverse his convictions or, at a minimum, order a new. He argued that the government did not meet its burden of proof in court, despite a jury convicting him on all counts. Still on entertainment, Nigerian singer Oyinka Shola, Sarah Aderigbe, also known as Ira Star, has named her mom as one of her fashion influencers. Versability Corona discloses in a recent interview with newsmen in London, United Kingdom. She also revealed plans to join the fashion industry in the future. The 24-year-old singer said collaborators are Burna Boy and Rihanna. Many thanks for joining us on the news. My name is Rachel David White. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel.